Please tell me it catches up to the point that we're at. Anyways.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Well,
This is start from the beginning. Let's see. Oh, God. No.
No, it didn't catch up to the point where we're at.
Hey.
Back to the top.
Back to the top. Okay, let's do turbo time. So Arco build, really good. Lots of HP. Shield style. Photon has super armor and flow choose, so they get a lot of stuff in between, like fast barrier and shield. Bar Cannon goes through barriers. Aqua Whirl has some weird combo setup only Delta knows about with Bubble Star and Dull Thunder. Uninstall, very classic. Big Red Wave hates wood navies. Rest up for healing. Roll 3 for healing. Rogue break, big break damage.
I was going to say, did you at least record what we had before, or was it not recorded either? I see.
I thought they were live this whole time.
I'm glad Delta told us.
Streaming. I thought it would do the thing.
I guess I should have checked for you.
That's my bad. I should have also had it up. How would you like to?
Yeah, we've been talking for like the past
hour.
Pretty much half an hour.
Oh wait, yeah, half an hour. All right. How would you summarize?
I'm glad it's half an hour and not like any later.
Yeah, that's very smart.
But we're saying overall, Delta's build very tanky. They can actually afford to take a lot of damage in chips because they have a lot of HP and cost. Off Crown being absolutely strong.
Yeah.
I was saying that I would have loved to see the freeze time bomb to combo with the rogue break. And I was saying that the lack of Element Man means that you don't have the niche situation where you might freeze for the rogue break or set grass for the big red wave. You lose a little bit of utility in that one situation. And that was kind of it for your build. And then for T-Chomp's build, which he had after that, it was quite a cheesy freeze break build, but it's also kind of interesting with the combos and interactions that are packed within the folder with the Ice Stages, the Raging Tempest, the Code Crush Cuts, the True Swords, the Tsunami we've upgraded to make the Ragnarok Wave. We have the Capture for such big break damage. LM Trap, which actually might also cause freeze if someone uses the Aqua element while they're on the ice attacking you. And it's just loads and loads of damage in the folder. Impacting there. A little bit less HP, or quite a fair bit less HP than your build, but the damage it can dish out is insane.
Yeah, I'm not very confident in this build, but I hope the gimmicks catch someone by surprise.
Then we have my build, which is basically a charge shot focused build. I'm trying to get forward, spam my charge shot after I get hub back. Have a few setups with the Kettle, Colonel, and Elecman. Laserman is there to uninstall if I hit it. Confirm off a charge shot. Have the field repairs to honestly disrupt field strategy. So into like the ice stage and stuff. I have my Sanctuary. I have my Terra Shift. I have the Lunar Eclipse. Just loads of field control because I know people love their field strategies.
Shenanigans.
And then we got up to Ash, speaking about Dark Mega Man and how strong and despicable that Navi is, with the 10% HP heal on using a Dark Chip by itself, and being able to give up 3 Dark Chips to make your charge shot become a Dark Chip.
Oh, not even. You can do a Dark Chip, or you can just do 3 random chips.
Ah, yes. I don't run it as often on HubOS. That's fair enough. It's not as necessary, but still extremely good. So I kind of still don't really go without it.
Yeah.
I think the most droppable one is a Race Man. I think a Race Man could be dropped the most.
I don't know. I kind of like it for catching people unawares, but it is kind of annoying when it doesn't do anything. So I might just start looking at different utility options in general. We haven't quite gotten to the code yet. It looks to be a C code build. Running Leaf Shield for some reason. Another Bubble Star Dull Thunder combo. It's not 3, so the Bubble Star is a little slower and the Dull Thunder is a little less damage. Mm-hmm. But other than that, they're utilizing the advance that comes in this code, which for those that don't know is basically Grab Revenge. They are also utilizing Dark Grab and Dark Cloud, which is a area grab that gives you Ascent status for 120 damage. Actually, it might be 100 damage right now.
It's 120, it's 120. I haven't left it yet.
Dark Cloud will hit you for 80 damage and stun you, but if you have a barrier up, it'll hit you 3 times. Very good. Very good. Not utilizing all the dark chips they can in here, though, which is very... Why? Why are they not doing that?
Dark Grab and Dark Clouds.
They could have gone to another code for that.
That's quite strange, and especially with the options of dark chips they have and the wide variety. It's surprised that they only took 2 out of the 5 they could have taken. They do have to recover recover 300. I'd rather they spec into 2 if they're going to commit to the off code.
They don't have
Roll
super
through. It's
armor.
like they want to survive, but also not really dip into the dark chips as much as they should for what the Navi's trying to do. It's a bit of like hesitancy, which I think the wishy-washiness will really show in the build performance when they do play.
They're running Black Time Bomb, and they have the Evil Sword afterward to pair... Wait, is Evil Sword what I think it is? Evil Sword is fire, isn't
element, Light Sword.
Yeah,
Yes.
so...
I think they're using the Grey Capsule to make the Evil Sword Pest Invis to land that Time Bomb. But I think White Cap would have just been better. Honestly, I think White Cap is just better. Unless they're like Invis and you want to use it in combo to Pest Invis. I think White Cap just... The paralysis on the Evil Sword into the Black Time Bomb to do the juicy 320 damage plus the burn should be 370. But I guess it might have 2 stacks of burn still.
I guess that
maybe a bit more.
Do is maybe put the Grey Capsule on the Bubble Star. That wouldn't be bad, and then you could follow up with the Dull Thunder. But I'm worried because the whole gimmick is that they're supposed to rely on the dark chips for the damage in this build, but they're running 2 of the lowest damage dark chips in the game right here. Dark Mega, they could have gone to a separate code to play dark chips, whether that be Dark Wide or not Dark Recovery, because that's been seriously nerfed. Dark Meteors, like any of them would have been really good options, not even thinking about the custom ones.
That's true. But going to the costs, they are... Ooh.
They're
1,900 HP.
No bug stop, no super armor. They're bugged.
Ooh. No, they do have bug fix, but
Wait,
how would they ever find that bug? They have cost 5. How would they ever find that bug fix?
Wait, do they not have a custom one?
No. They have HP and vibes. They're literally living off HP and vibes.
I don't think they are living off of HP and vibes because it's only like 950 HP. You could have like maybe assumed they were taking Oath Crown because they're running 3 less dark chips than they can, but they're running Priest Hat instead.
Yeah, they have the Unstoppable Uggs that will help them if they are getting stun combo to be a bit more resilient, and if you're stunned for too long, they will get status guard for the turn to stun for longer than 150 frames. Actually,
I do gotta point this out. You ran the Priest Hat, but you didn't run the Dark Lance for the Confuse bug. Why?
That is true. You would have been immune to it if they ran that. That would have been a nice little combo.
Going into other things in here, they're using Thunderman Star as a utility chip, which is very solid. It'll break the panels 3 combs away.
Whoa. Are they running Element Man?
No.
Okay, so why are they running Thunderman? Let's be so for real here. Why are you running Thunderman? Because you're trading 10 damage for the other utility? That's not a worthy trade. I think the Thunderman Star is a wasted start. Like, why are you running? Like, there's no reason to ever run this.
I mean, they kind of need the damage. They're not running the dark chips they're supposed to.
The 10 damage more than the Element Man.
Maybe so they don't forget. I don't know.
It's 110. Okay, we'll sort that number needs to be higher. I'll buff it later.
Yeah.
But 110, that chip's not worth taking. In like any scenario for the most part.
I was trying to be understanding, but you just went straight for the throat.
I'm a very honest conversation. I say it as it is. Like, I don't see the reason why they have it.
Yeah.
Maybe they can enlighten me, but maybe they just think it's cool, which is honestly a valid reason. You can run stuff you think is cool, but is it good? Hell no.
Yeah, they're not running Upgrader or anything to be able to give it the different qualities. So, like you said,
A Thunderman Omega would be nice. See, that's the reason you run it. If you wanna have a star code Thunderman Omega that can give the opponents any curse early into the game and put down some tormented panels, sure, I can maybe see the vision.
Okay, going to the other part of this, Clockman SP. Clockman works like he does in Shooting Star Force. I wish Tim was here because I would love to put him on the mic for this, because he did work on it. So the laser will auto-track to the closest person and hit in 2 columns, and the player will get to choose slow, fast, or normal gauge, and it'll either set a permanent normal gauge or do a temporary slow or fast gauge. The effect is better depending on the version, but it's just 220 nice damage and gauge control. A very, very incredibly solid mega chip and a great thing to include in your folder.
Yeah, I agree. It's very, very strong of a chip with literally just inbuilt, basically fast or slow gauge. I am thinking though, should we give the gauge effect only to SP?
I think that would probably be the safest thing, honestly.
Because with Laserman, only the, I guess, SP gets like the really good effects and EX gets okay effects. It could be the same thing with Clockman as well. If the
even Laserman Star still pierces invis, it's still really solid.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You can't like get the extra effect. It's still good, but you can't get the extra effect.
Yeah.
Or maybe if it's a shorter duration for the star code, maybe it's like half a turn. You get the slow gauge axe for like not even 1 turn, like half a turn. You get like the extra 4 seconds in a turn.
So people can Clockman Star then full cast.
I mean, with how the poll's going, you might not even be able to regular full cast anymore. That would be
thank gosh. I hope
a phenomenal change if it goes free. If that's what the people want.
No one wants it to be a mega chip, huh?
I think what Gabby said was actually optimal there. I think making it not reggable is kind of all it really needs.
Oh, most people are voting for it not to change. 9 people.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, in a space where you do have freedom, stuff like that does get very strong. Like, does get more value out of like what it does because of the increased effects you need to take account for.
Action economy control, yeah.
But I mean, maybe people similar to Aura 70 when we started, and people were doubting me with it. I was saying this is going to be out of hand at 2, and it's now at 1. I think we'll revisit Fullcast at some point later once more things come out and people kind of understand what's happening. But that's a in due time kind of thing.
All right.
But to the next build.
Yeah, let's give drives.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did that.
Really, the only thing to talk about was Unstoppable Uggs, which, like you said, if you get dragged too many times... Wait. I might forget what it does.
If you're inactionable for more than 150 frames in a turn, you essentially break out of that status and get status guard. You cannot be stunned any longer per turn than 150 frames. And if you're stunned going into the cost screen, it will remove your ailments going into the next turn. So you can't be stunned between turns. There's no between turn stun on your Navi if you have Unstoppable Uggs.
Honestly, the healing between turns is kind of insane, to be honest.
It's only if you're standing on a panel. So if you have like a panel bug, you can heal the panel and then get the little bit of healing per turn. Low HP, it gets really crazy because that 75 can mean a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even like 5 turns recovering, like, well, actually, yeah, I guess it wouldn't be that much.
If you're of high HP, it'll be like maybe between 5 turns, like 100, maybe like a bit more than that. But that's a third of the game, you know.
Yeah.
That's not that crazy of healing for a third of the game. If anything, maybe the upper end goes down, but for now, I haven't seen enough people run it to warrant any nerfs. And you do get the nice passive of while you're stunned, you do take 25% less damage.
Now we go to Swift.
Stun does a stun combo and you will take a little bit less damage, which can be quite nice.
Oh, very nice for sure. So we're going to Swift's build now. I feel like I'm gonna get mad. And I was actually thinking about this the other day because I didn't realize I was playing against Swift's tournament build until they mentioned it later. I realize why I don't like these builds now. It's because they're constructed like BN6 PvP builds. They're all designed to control your action economy and put you in this state where you have to choose between two terrible choices. Yes. And if you don't have the tools for dealing with that, then you get put in the dirt.
This is very much focused on getting down, not allowing you to move, uninstalling you, pelting you with attacks, and using folder back to keep
do it again.
Their tempo up. To do it again. You do get your chips back, but you need to essentially keep up with what they're doing, otherwise you'll fall behind, and it's very difficult. And you have to fight through 4 Geddons and 2 Gondeli X's. So
yeah,
it's a lot of damage to fight through. And then I guess even without the Geddon, the offensive options all kind of work with each other because of the bubble. Well, only one bubble star. I guess it is reliant on the Geddon.
You're not really concerned about damage from the other chips. You're kind of just concerned for locking them down in the Geddon and then just unloading the mega chips on the person unable to do anything. They're also running Bodyguard in here. So if someone's not ready and they're just trying to get their licks in while they're stuck on that panel, they can trigger Bodyguard and just get totally taken out.
That's right. They have no really good way to deal with grabs, huh? They have the one Terra shifts.
Yeah.
3 grab. No Navis. So yeah, I guess grab builds might be strong into it. Might be like decent into this.
I think the build doesn't actually do anything if you have a lot of NCPs and area control. Because if you're able to deal with the get-in, you lose a lot of the opportunity to land the uninstalls. The Bubble Star 3 is very difficult to dodge because it comes out very quickly, but not running like a Judgment or an Erase Man to be able to confirm those is kind of difficult.
It is. But yeah, I think the build is just solid. Honestly, it's just solid. It like does what it needs to do well.
Yeah,
it's just solid. But into the cost. Okay, you have the cost 8, so you'll be able to see a lot of those chips. Yeah. 1.4k HP. The rapid and charge max, not opting for attack because with all that damage and folder back, you probably don't need attack that much. The float shoes just for extra coverage. The innate air shoes in the hill wind, which I think is pretty cool. Super armor and patented reflect. The reflect that Swift usually runs because they are really good with shields. Even in BN6, they'll stay in normal form, use their reflex, and they'll catch you off guards very often. So you need to be wary of that. And the damage does add up.
That is
You get to block your damage and build back a bit, which is very, very valuable. Looking into the Switch drives, they have the very, very strong, the very, very popular Off Crown, alongside the attack arm, which was a common Oh, that's where the attack is. In the attack arm, that's why they did it. So Off Crown and attack arm has been very, very, very popular this tournament. Maybe they'll see adjustments in the MB for the next one to make.
Yeah, South Crown will see adjustments, although it is not 100% play rate like people are saying.
Oh, it's not 100%, but I think
it's very high play
in
rate.
the other options, you could look at it and be like, if this was Off Crown, it would do just as well.
Yeah.
Maybe even better.
The only problem I have with the thought process behind everyone saying that so far is because the armors do a very similar thing and they don't affect your folder building.
Yeah, that's true.
In fact, actually, I would argue they're more effective than Oath Crown, but people are more focused on making up for the attack stat, and the headspace is a very easy thing they can switch into because there is not currently a lot of great head drives that are allowed. We will look into that and make sure that more are available in the next tournament.
Just slapping that standard score.
Oh my god, maybe. But let's go to Grove's build. Very curious. This is their first tournament build, so I'm actually very excited for this. They are also running Photon Man. So they have the Init Super Armor and Float Shoes as well. They're running P Code.
I think it's on theme with Photon Man, and also to run that Technique Giga chip, so they can get the PSO chips per turn.
It seems
very, very good Giga chip in the long game.
It seems to be a very loose freeze break folder, but they're trying to leverage. Wait, are they not running Invis?
They should have Invis here now. Yeah, they have two.
Yeah, they have two. They just. I'm trying to look at the colors. They didn't color code.
Oh, you meant to color code Invis?
No, you don't. I'm just I'm trying to look through all of it in case. So 2 Invis, 1 Anti-Stun, Protect 3, and Life Aura. So they're definitely doing it on the shorter end. They opted to focus more on area control with the Grab Revenge of the 4 area grabs. But that technique, they'll get random Fantasy Star chips, which will have random elements each turn if they can get to their Giga. So their Mega Chip lineup looks to be mostly focused on disabling your opponent, whether it be with the Erase Man, the Killer Man Omega, or the Untrap. And then Resta for recovery utility.
It's very, very, very solid. They also have the Killer Man RV, but I guess a hidden detail is that Photon Man's charge shot could be a random out of Zonde, which is just an auto-target Thunder. How you dodge it, I do not know. A Fireball, which is travels straight line, and inflicts burn, I think, and also the Barter, which sets the ice panels. So even though they have the 2 Aqua Dragons, they can still randomly set ice panels essentially by existing. So they have a very, very strong freeze break synergy just via the Navi by themselves. So that heavily supports the P code with the Blaze Break Blade, the Sunder, the Golem Hit 2. Just all of the Pain Cube, all of their breaking options are that much easier to land because the charge shot can randomly just set a line of ice panels. And Navis without float shoes will feel every bit of pain trying to deal with that because it's gonna be hard to deal with. Because you don't have, even if you remove it, it could be back maybe even the very next turn.
I wish I was fighting them. Setting ice panels for me. They're doing my job for me. But it's a very, very interesting build, relying on the technique. I almost would think they would rely on more defenses. And it is concerning that you also say you don't know how to dodge the lightning, because I was trying to figure that out also, and I couldn't figure it out.
I don't think you do, unfortunately. I think it's you hope for the 2 out of 3, so you don't take damage. But luckily the damage isn't super high, so it's not the end of the world. But it can be a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Don't think it's ridiculous or over the top.
Looking at their Navi quest, it looks like they went for air shoes. Actually, a very smart decision. I don't see a lot of HubOS players naturally putting air shoes into their builds, but it's definitely a very strong thing. I think uninstall definitely discourages that with how frequently it's used. But I'm glad to see that they're running it because it'll account for a lot of situations that'll put them on the other side. And their 2100 HP bulk will definitely do them service for that, along with a shield, so they'll be able to block even more stuff.
And don't forget the most important drive there, the socks. They can slide across the field effortlessly. Glide across. What does it do for you? It makes you look a little bit cooler, It keeps your feet warm. In battle, you need to be comfortable, and how can you not be comfortable without some nice socks?
I've advocated that it should make you immune to shock, but
pretty funny.
The circuit breaker is new there though. We haven't quite seen it yet, but if you get stunned multiple times or for a very long time in a short duration, you will become immune to para for a short while. Very good to prevent chain stunning in a lot of situations. Although we haven't seen a lot of chain stunning. Mostly freeze, actually.
Yeah. So there's a lot of freeze usually because freeze break builds are quite easy to build around in this game. You have a lot more access to freeze and a lot stronger break options. So it does make sense that you will see a lot more freeze break, especially with that very, very strong aqua bug Navi. That Navi, it's pretty good. Pretty good Navi right there.
According to Delta, you cannot dodge Zont. Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that.
Good, you hope for the 2 out of 3. You hope for the 2 out of 3.
Moving on to Sax's build. This is their first time in a HubOS tournament. I'm very curious if they're going to go classic BN6 or they're going to... Oh my god, they went full in on the custom chips. Dipping straight into Xcode, one of the strongest codes in this game.
Yeah, chill. Xcode isn't...
Well, not anymore. It used to be.
It used to be. Now it's just really good. It's not the best code in the game, but it's still very, very effective.
Looks like they're going full in on Redman personality. So they got the Dedge dances there, the Flare Vulcan, 2 Blaze shots, Blaze Blade. Blaze Blade will confirm off of the burn, and Final Cut will also confirm off of the burn. So you're gonna just get burned.
This is definitely burn stacking here. They're probably going to use Vulcan form as they like having burn set up as well. But I hope Sax has done their homework with the Vulcan form that you need to use your charge shot, buster shot, and special to get full value out of that form. They do have the options to change to the other forms, but of course, playing Redman solo, you do lose passives whenever you do change forms. So you don't want to change too much, otherwise you will slowly get weaker. Even though the passives aren't huge, it's still nice to have them.
Looking at their defensive utility. Sorry, do you want to talk more about the forms?
No. I just talk about Volk form because looking at their build, I think that's what they're probably opting for. I doubt they're going to use Kettle form, especially Nadal form. Nadal form is extremely risky form to go for. Definitely don't think there'll be many people who would run a tournament expecting to use Nadal form. Actually, looking into the folder itself, they also have Combiner, actually. Look at the folder, they have Combiner. I remember I mentioned that to them at one point, and I was like, yeah, Combiner is like something that can actually be looked into ever since I increased the range of it. Could be used as a winch chip / combo extender because it pulls you in. So it's a very good utility chip just to pull them in, maybe get your sword range stuff to hit again. And with the 2 double-edged dances, it makes sense to have the Combiner to get them close. Allows them to maybe confirm Erase Man, maybe the Thea Thunder. Lets them hit confirm Laserman RV. It just sets up a bunch of other things in their folder. Or also, if they want to maybe steal a panel that's on their front row, if they have a holy panel on the front row, they can use a Combiner to swap it with their front row panel and take that holy panel away from them. A lot of utility within that one chip, and especially with the change it got.
Yeah, their chips definitely tell you that they really want to just combo. The Combiner as well, kind of like you said, I think it's supposed to set up the Dedge dances. It could probably extend a little bit with the plasma guns and the Blaze Blade as well, but very curious. They're also running the Laserman SP 4.5 tech in their folder, but they decided to take it one step further with the Laserman RV, a very cool new tech in HubOS. The Giga version of Laserman will actually change your opponent's element based on the input you do, and it can change it to any element. So obviously they're looking to change you to grass, and they're going to set you on fire.
Yeah, that'll be very painful if you're on grass. And especially if they get you overheated as well. If they overheat you and then hit you with a fire chip, it will set a volcano panel. And while you're on that volcano panel, you'll take more damage. So if they can keep the combo going, it can be very, very, very spooky very quickly.
Going to their cust, it looks like they're going for some kind of chunk cust. They're actually not running bug stop, but they're getting 2100 HP before Oathcrown, so 2400 HP total. They definitely have cust bug. There's no way that they don't. Do they have bug fix in there?
They do have bug fix. It's the 3rd chip down.
Ooh, I wonder if they'll get it. It'll probably play a large... I don't know. They have the they have the bulk. They'll probably get to it at some point, but I wonder how much HP they'll lose in the meanwhile, or how bad their cuss bug will get. Depending on the options they choose, they could very easily break in their folder, whether that be getting the Dedge dances, like before they get area options, or getting awkward defense and then just slowly losing their cust over time.
Yeah. There's many ways for it to go wrong, especially since most Navis and HubOS don't have a way to hold on to their cast compared to like BN6, Gregor and Falza, with Gregor having the charge cross to keep the cast going, and Falza having the very strong dust cross to shuffle away their chips into the back and bring forward new chips. Wait, I just realized they're also running the socks. They're also staying nice and comfy during these matches.
That's very
not letting any uncomfortability happen to their feet.
The tries are pretty normal, but I think their build is really strong. I think it's really solid, and the good amount of defense in there means that they'll probably prevent a lot of shenanigans, especially with the barriers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Barrier 200 Life Aura. Yeah, they don't have the Aura 70, but the Barrier 200 will most likely offer more value than that Aura 70. So that is very solid. A very good build, IMO. They're just honestly, because their first moment, they're just looking to have fun. They're just saying, "I'm gonna press the A button, set you on fire, hit you more, set you on fire more, and just have fun and see how it goes."
Yeah, that's true.
I think at first they was gonna play Hub style Mega Man because like, oh, I don't play the Mega Man. I was like, no. They heard the whole shenanigans about Redman solo being OP.
That would
and
be
then me telling people about the nuance of the Navi and being like, it's not as OP as you think. It is OP, but not as OP as you think. They got nerfed, and then Sax was like, yeah, I'll give them a try.
They used to be a lot worse to deal with. Take my word for it.
Are you talking about solo or normal Redman? I always have to ask the question.
I'm in solo. But who else has that the unique red, the short proto sword? Like,
well, the parry form. Oh yeah, the parry form is pretty good if you're good with it. But if you're bad with it, you just get counter hit all the time.
Yeah. But let's go to SPD's build. They also went for something pretty solid, although they're going a little soup. They thought today they're going to have a little soup.
No, this is fine.
No, look at it. It's perfectly split between V and S.
Oh, perfect. Oh, it is perfectly split. That is kind of bad. You kind of want more of one than the other. Perfectly split, it gets a bit
Wait,
saucy.
they're running one area grab!
on Nightman EX? Huh?
But they're running 2 metal gel.
I mean, 3 is fine, but it's still not enough.
Oh, but they have the draw 2s in there.
They do?
That's what they're doing. I see.
They do?
Wait, that's still greedy.
Wait.
It's still really greedy.
It's only gonna make you run out of chips quicker. That's like it's 2 chips you have there, but it's 2 chips that you're gonna get. Like you basically have a 28 chip folder.
Oh, so they're running. Their kick out of choice is Sulfur, so you'd want at least like 4 or 5 area grabs or something.
Yeah, hold on. Things are confusing me. That is very true.
Okay,
they have the Exile Blade as their reg, so they're looking to change to become Riven.
All right, let's start with the Navi before we digest the folder. This is Nightman EX, which is very much like Nightman, but they're different. So instead of the normal 1000, they'll have 1300 reduced movement and super armor in it. Other than that, they have the Royal Wrecking Ball, and I think that's it. The description ends there. If there's anything else that Navi does, it's not in the description.
Oh, they have super reduced movement. They have like classic Nightman movement where he does the jump, lands, and then that's how he moves. So he's very slow movement.
But that's kind of
after playing
better than Altaria, because you can dodge stuff with it if you're good with it.
You can, but for the most part, you're probably not. Because you're not anywhere quickly.
It's not like Woodman jumping where you like time it and it's just like nice.
You can time it, but I think people are going to catch you on your landing more than anything.
Man, I'm really in a 4.5 mood lately.
So after seeing that with the movement, I was like, the 1.3k HP might be valid.
All right.
But they do get if you look at their dependencies, they do get some of their chips there per turn. It's not as strong as their listed damage. It is reduced to different value depending on the chip. It isn't too high, but they do get like chips per turn in their cost. I think they can be cool. They need a little bit more tweaking, but it's an interesting choice for this tournament.
In CCOR, I ran into people with 0 grabs. Yeah, in custom chip only clash, there was a couple people who ran 0 grabs, and they actually won several games. It was actually insane. But this still is kind of all over the place. I don't know what to pick at because like it doesn't synergize anywhere.
Yeah, I don't really know what to talk about either. Everything's just
like they got the Shatter Fist, but they don't have like a break chip follow up to it. Summon Sortie is there for some reason. Burning Land is like stage control, I guess, but
yeah, I guess.
Pinwheel doesn't do anything in this build. Retro Watch is gauge control, which that's a very solid option. I'm glad they picked it, but they don't have any defense either. The only defense they have is the Jewel State Mega Chip, which will block 4 hits for them.
The Jewel State Chip and the Arrester. And I guess the normal support if you get good RNG. And I guess the Angel Veil. One of the few Angel Veil users. That's actually pretty nice.
I think
that's just always good. And the Number Barrier. They actually have still low defense, but they have varied bits of defense all over the place.
Okay, just running Barrier is not real defense, though. Like, theoretically, it could work like an anti-damage where you block a hit, but there's also a lot of instances where it doesn't. Possibly the best thing in this folder is probably this... Well, no, all of these chips are good. I shouldn't say that. It's just that they're very oddly placed together. Like, the 2 Infast Woods, what are those doing? You can't even... I guess you can place Grass with the Verdant Core, but Infast has been nerfed to deal significantly less damage, so the Verdant Core Infest Wood combination is a lot worse than it used to be.
I mean, keeping up Infests, if your opponent uses 4 chips, it deals 100 damage. That already makes it one of the strongest statuses in the game. If you can make your opponent use 4 chips with you maintaining it, you out-damage every status in the game. So the damage hasn't really been dropped, it's been put to a place where it makes sense. If you make them use 8 chips, if they're like using Invis, maybe fast gauge happens, you keep them infested. They use 8 chips, that is 200 damage. That is by far the strongest status.
I didn't know they got damage from chip usage in Infest.
Yep, 25 per chip.
Huh, neat. Looking at their cust, because I can't really deem anything else from there. The best thing is possibly the draw 2, but I guess we'll see how their gambling goes later.
Going into the cost actually seems
pretty
decent,
normal.
Decent, right? Yeah. If they beat Rush, is it valid cost? Kind of. No, they don't have cost 2.
What is
but
this?
They have shield, they have beat Rush, they have cost 1, they have stats, they have a 500 HP. I think it's all around decent, solid cost.
Yeah, it's a solid cost. 1500. So they have about with the 1300 HP, that's 1800, 2100 HP. They're opting to run the Circuit Breaker and the Cust Glove. So now they have the protection from paralysis in short duration and the taking chips into next turn. Maybe accounting for fast gauge a little bit with these draw 2s so that if they get too many, like, they're still fine. Gut Stompers, definitely to keep them forward so that they can get that chunky Soul Force. I feel like people are overestimating how much damage Soul Force does, though. Soul Force will randomly pick a Gundel Soul in the game and use it from a Kernel army, similar to how Kernel Force fires from each panel. But it's random, so you never know if you're going to get something useful or not.
Yeah, it's just a little gamble. If you do roll well, it does a lot of damage. If you roll badly, it does like 100 or so. It's not the best.
Oh, I haven't even gotten RNG that bad. That's crazy.
It's pretty bad. If you get all of like the elemental ones and you don't hit the first center hitbox, you just get the sides, they do very little damage. You get like statuses, but you don't get damage.
But any other thoughts for this build before we move on to the next one?
I do not know what's happening. I don't know what's happening.
All right. So now onto peak bad behavior. Another Dark Mega Man. This is a build.
It's a Dark Mega Man that got the memo.
It is defense spamming, high HP restoring, dark chip spamming. Did I say dark chip spamming already? I don't care. This is boring.
It is very boring. This is a build you look at and say, I have to survive somehow to damage judge. You don't try to take this person out. You just try to survive the best you can because you're not getting much into this.
Yeah.
Or maybe you hope they waste grabs early so you could hold area control, as a lot of their fodder is got into them dark chips because it does take up 5 slots. And they did take Giga +1, so they have 2 Gigas. They have the move barrier and the love. So I really don't know how you ever take this player out of the game. They seem
I just realized
beyond tanky. What?
It's arm change. You don't have to commit to the code for the dark chip, which makes Ash's build even worse because it could be literally any dark chip.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be in the same code.
It does cost HP though. It does cost HP.
It's 300 damage!
It is 300 damage. It is 300 damage. That is the reason why the HP values did get bumped up.
I took 5 damage in return for this dark chip I get to use over and over again. Oh, how terrible. They're gonna get that HP back from just the per turn love effect.
Yeah, I mean, it's only when you're under half HP, so that'd be a more mid-late game kind of thing. And even without that, they still have 1.8k HP, which is still a respectable amount. They have the cost 2. Wait, they don't have
Oh,
they
don't have.
So they do need to get to their bug fix.
They have
high roll and
very serious cust bug, and they might have warp step.
Ooh, yeah. They have cust bug 2 and warp step, yeah. Wait.
They might have warp step. We don't actually see the shape of their cust here. If super armor's in the no.
I mean, I can just copy paste, open up HubOS, import.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And see what happens. See what it's saying.
I'm actually very curious. I guess I'll look at this while he's looking at that. So actually, diving more into this folder, K3 is actually running the most normal defense in the entire tournament. Running the standard 3 Invis 3 anti-damage, barrier 200, life aura. Very standard 8 defensive chips, very powerful. Using the off-code Regen 250s instead of the Recover 300s.
Oh my gosh. Wait, Delta said a huge thing. They can't use bug fix because they're going to be evil.
That's great, actually.
Holy oversight.
Oh my god.
God awful. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
That is such a huge
god.
Thank God.
Thank God.
This might actually be borderline auto lose because they can't bug fix. Because this means they can't position for the 2 circus man they took. So that doesn't exist.
Oh.
Cash SP, Clock Man SP, which will get damage.
Wait, you didn't make Circus Man Omega evil? Shouldn't he be evil by default? Shouldn't all of his versions be evil?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Oh my god, alright.
But yeah, after mentioning that, and it is also something I oversighted because I was like, yeah, how are we going to deal with this? But they can't use bug fix. They can't get rid of it unless they cycle past their chips every turn. No, I think Dark Mega Man just starts in evil. So yeah, bug fix just doesn't exist in this build.
I think it's still like they don't care, right? Like they just get the dark chips and go through it as fast as possible.
No, but they can't heal their HP bug. You just live as much as you can. They lose. They're gonna lose chips. At least definitely, if not warp step, they're gonna lose chips. Every past turn 2. So if you can live to turn 3 or 4, they're gonna have no chips in hand. They can't use bug fix. What do they actually do? They have to use slow gauge and hope that they high roll that turn before they run out of everything.
That is true. I thought there was a defensive quality to Regen 250. Am I thinking of a different chip?
No, Regen 250 is just that no matter when you use it, you'll always get all 250 HP eventually because it doesn't. There's no drop off.
I wonder why they didn't go for the Recover 300s then. Maybe trying to cheese on low HP?
Low HP, you just get it back instantly anyway, so it's not really much of a cheese.
Well,
I think people just like it because you could like, if you draw it, you can use it without feeling bad, and that is quite valuable. It's good if you're ahead and you have high HP. You can slam it, and it will always have full effectiveness. Very bad into virus though, because it will keep the virus up and ticking.
I do have to wonder why they took 2 Slow Gauge and Clockman SP. Maybe theorizing that with the recent addition of Clockman SP, people would be running more Gauge Wars in this tournament than before.
Maybe. To be fair, I still don't truly know what Clockman. I don't know which direction you hold for fast or slow. I don't know how you tell if it's fast or slow.
It's kind of hard to tell, but basically, if you read the description, you just press the A button or the shoot button, or was it left or right? It was one of those. If you just press that input in, it'll just pick that afterwards.
Oh wait, I can't actually input it like that. Let me just try to paste this into Notepad and see if I get it as one big thing.
Yeah, you got to do it as like one. I don't know how they did it, but they like separated the thing. A couple of people have managed to do that somehow. It actually astonishes me. As an aside, I want to mention I love Mark Cannons because it beats both Invis and Traps in a more fair way than Erase Man. Oh yes, because scanning all 3 columns for your opponent is way more fair than only shooting down the row.
It is more fair. I think if it's not point blank, you do have a lot more time to like react to it. Okay, the input is not working for me here. Yeah, I don't know how, but I know that. Oh, maybe I could input it one by one. Hold on.
Other than that, they're using the shield style and the shield boots, so they're actually getting the free float shoes, which is now on the shield boots.
They have warp step for sure, 100%. Warp step.
They get undershirt and first barrier from the shield style because they have 2 of the pieces. And then they have Cuss Glove to take chips into the next turn.
Oh wait, they only have Cuss Bug 1. Gigafold is right in the middle. So that's actually not bugged.
Oh, Super Armor's not next to it at all?
No.
Oh, wow.
Not next to it at all. So yeah, they only have Cuss Bug 1, luckily. They have Warp Step and Cuss Bug 1. But the HP bug's going to stack up if they ever get flinched or paralyzed. So they will eventually burn out. I think this is a build that's good in theory if Bugfix worked with it. And I think they're going to have a very rude awakening to that when they fight their first match.
I think this is a build that's yelling at me because I banned the chips that Bugfix the Dark Navis. And I don't care. Good.
Well, you banned the Dark Bugfix.
Yeah, Bug Curse and Bug Charge.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, Bug Charge is way too good, you know?
It's way too good. And Bug Curse, it's probably actually runnable now. I need to actually test it because Cust HP Bug was actually changed a little bit not too long ago. So it might not just be the worst thing to deal with ever now.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, we've spent a lot of time in this build. That despicable build. But luckily, Delta showed us the light. The light that was there the entire time, which we didn't see. That the bug fix does not work. And that is a huge...
But we get to go a really fun build after this one! Sobel's build. Have you read this build before?
No, I have not looked at it.
You need to look at it. It's amazing.
I know it's Colonel Fiend, but I didn't look at it properly. Okay, they're playing Colonel. They have triple Giga. Wait, hold on.
You haven't looked at it. That's crazy.
That is so insane.
It's so cool, isn't it?
If they do ever get to the point where they get the attack plus 50 Colonel Force, it is going to be insanely strong. You're just gonna explode. You have to win before he gets to Exodia, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. He has like no HP. He has the 1850. That's it. They also don't have a lot of defenses. They definitely should not have run LD NATO and like Wave Splitter. They should have had more defense chips in here. But make Bug Charge like 4.5 that powers up over turns. I agree. If it's like 100 per turn, then
The average turns is like
It gets
5. Oh wait, what is
I think
the
it starts at
skill?
80, and then it gets one more shot per turn, and then it like caps out at
Hold up,
10 or
Salvo's
something
cooking.
like that. But
Salvo's always cooking. Yeah, they're very. Oh, why did they do that? I thought they would. Very interesting. They have the Q off code. With the Wave Splitter and the Grab Revenge. Grab Revenge area grab into Kernel Force isn't that unusual. But I wonder what Wave Splitter does. Does Wave Splitter offer something to this off code that can combo with the Kernel Force?
I think it just offers a lot of damage, and with that white capsule, you can maybe combo it even in the Kernel Force. You could do Kernel Force, hit the middle of that Wave Splitter, get a huge 240 damage. I'm pretty sure it's 120. Let me double check.
Wait, I think I see what they're doing.
Yeah,
No!
120 damage. So yeah,
Wait.
Kernel Force, Wave Splitter,
Why?
and then just any other shenanigans. That white cap
Oh,
could be
as a
very
follow-up
huge
to Kernel
enabler.
Force that's non-flashing. Okay, that I can see that a little bit. That's really greedy, though. Why? I feel like you could have used like a more utilitarian chip than that.
From the classic Gundel, right?
No. I mean like actual defense, like something that like gets you to that point.
I see. They might go a lot into Swift though, with the 4 Geddons need to fight through.
The Swift Gun Q reg is very interesting. I wonder what they're hoping to do with that.
Just good damage and just nice to have the FEC barrier.
And they have the wind rack. Maybe they were expecting. Maybe a lot more people were thinking they would be dealing with Dark Mega Man with Dark Aura.
Potentially, yeah.
Very,
very true. But yeah, this is a very, very greedy build nonetheless. A little bit of Q, a little bit of decode as well.
It's very
They are gonna be quite
greedy.
squishy. Actually, maybe not. They have 1.8k HP with the burst boost, so they do have ways to play around things.
Yeah, they opted to get the both crown, the shield style, and the burst boots. So they get the undershirt from the shield style. They don't get the first barrier because they don't have another shield augment. The burst boots help them with their revenge strategy, and I'm only really concerned because I feel like they could have maybe. This is very difficult. I guess we'll have to see how it does. Maybe it'll catch some people by surprise. How many times have you died to Kernel Force out of nowhere and just dealt with it?
I mean, it seems like a very hit or miss folder, but you just have to like hold on as much as you can until you get all the pieces you need.
Yeah.
And they do have cost. I just realized, wait, they have cost bug as well. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, they need bug fix. You didn't
They have
realize?
cost bug. Wait.
You didn't realize?
Wait.
Yeah, they got bug fix. They gotta get the bug fix.
This is insanity. Never mind. This is actually insane. I hope it performs well, but that is actually a crazy build.
Oh, well, it is insane, but it's still pretty cool.
Very cool.
The all or nothing kernel build. I'm kind of disappointed it doesn't have kernel SP and the other kernels in there. But,
They are very broken at the moment. If anybody just took all the kernels and some Electmen in Star, you'd do very well.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about running Electmans with it. Oh, I should have done that instead. Ah, that'd be... Nah, that's gross.
In my builds?
No,
I
I
don't see
didn't.
the Electman in my build with the kettle, with the Sleepy Trouble Bubble.
Did you actually have Electman in your build? I actually didn't see that.
Yep. I have Electman Star and I have Kernel Star.
You do have Electman Star. I was wondering why you were running Little Boiler. Okay. Alright, but let's get to Rockin's build. I saw they got a win earlier. I'm curious what they're... Oh, wait, never mind. I knew what they were playing. Yeah, very interesting. So they're playing Navi Aqua. Navi Aqua is a normal Navi that's, well, Aqua. They have innate
Very cool
cust
Navi.
+1, and Aqua chips will do 25% more damage. They have a once per turn bubble leader? What is bubble leader?
It's like a bubble chaser, but it doesn't go as far. It's really good. It's actually a really good special. Having access to on-demand bubble is really strong.
I mean, it's good as a follow-up, especially if you're in like melee range. Why is LDR running Little Boiler? I know. I shouldn't even be asking why he's running Little Boiler.
If I have any way to run it, I'm running it.
All right, but let's go to. Ooh, what? Please tell me they're running telekinesis. Oh no, they're not. Then why are they doing that? Out of the gate, I see Air Shoes get in one ice stage.
Air Shoes is just good utility. I think it's like a very, very high value chip, giving you a very important Navi cost part. They get in one though.
Get in one though.
I feel like get in one isn't going to be that valuable because pretty much everybody has float shoes. It's very hard to find. But overall, I think the N and S code, I actually like the synergy between these two. You have the Ice Stage, you have the Ice Dragons. What break options do we have? You have the Gaia, that do pretty big damage, a good 155 times 2. The Cross Thunder, one of the strongest break chips in the game, at 190, a very powerful attack. So they have two very strong break options.
Cross Thunder could probably do a lot of ice damage.
Oh, they have the Roll Buster. Oh, that's really cool. So they could go for the change on the Buster, and it also adds a roll arrow to your charge shot as well. So good for a little bit of sustain if they can keep that up.
I'm actually confused how they do damage here. They're running Secret Sombrero, so clearly there's some PAs in there. But I'm not seeing them. Yeah, they're running Secret Sombrero.
What PA?
I don't see it.
Because
they also didn't list them, so they must be 2-chip PAs.
And they need to be specifically recipe chips as well. So I don't know what Secret Sombrero is actually doing for them, unless they're taking it for the deck +5. They might be taking it for that. And
it has that effect?
Yes.
I did not know
to give you more space. I want to give you more space to use the PAs, so you get that +5. So even without PAs, it does something, but you kind of want to use the PAs for the cost +1 and the heal it gives you.
There must be something I'm forgetting. If they have Anti-Sword in here, they'd have Bodyguard.
I think it's literally just so they have the more chips. I think you just for the 35 chips.
Very interesting. Yeah, they have 29, and then there's like... Yeah. Very solid build. I've seen them play it a couple times at the arcade. The Neoberry plus the VAR Ignises can be really annoying with the sonic booms. They're kind of really difficult to deal with.
I just remembered, they have chip recover 20. So then 5 chips is the extra 100 HP, essentially.
They're running around with a 1450 HP cust, which is very... Oh wait, sorry, 1500 HP cust. So...
I mean, even with that, because they're running the chip recover 20, as long as it doesn't get beated, they can keep the tempo up. They can just keep healing between turns. That HP isn't going to look as low as it is once they pop that Giga Chip and get through their photo. The only thing is that because they use their Giga Chip for that, they actually have a good amount reduced pressure in terms of damage or potential damage, as they did give it up for that utility slot.
It looks like they're mostly focused on surviving and killing with the Buster. I wonder what's going to happen if they deal with someone who has too much HP for their build. Or even worse, they gun them down, and because they're not running that many defensive chips. Actually, no, they're running 2 Invis, 2 Anti, Life Aura, Barrier 200. They're running really decent defense.
They have 2 Symphony Notes. That chip is insanely good. Symphony Note should be at 1, because that chip's so flexible. That should definitely be a single-use chip.
Yeah, maybe. What is the barrier it puts on you, even?
100, I'm pretty sure.
That's a lot. That's a lot when it can do other things.
The barrier is... It says 60, 90, 115, but I'm not sure if it's 115 if you only use the first one, or I guess Rocky will need to clarify, because I'm not too sure when, like, how the effects, like, the strength of the effects work. if it's like, oh, if it's the third note, it does the reduced one. I'm guessing it's going to be 115 because it is the
60 to 115, and the regeneration, if they're at 40% or less HP, can recover up to 180 regen. That's so good. It is a light only chip, so it does get points for me for that, but I also do like that they also noted in this chip that it can be made with Upgrader, because I feel like a lot of chips don't really do that with their PAs.
That's fair.
It could probably be at 1, though. Like you said, it kind of does a lot. Not kind of. It does. It does so much. It does so much all the time. There's never really a time it doesn't do a lot.
Not gonna lie, whenever I have a folder and I can run it, I always run it, because even if it's just a barrier, if I'm in a good situation, I give myself the damage. If I'm about to die, I give myself the heal and regen. It's like it's so good.
It's actually,
and because of the flexibility, I do think it's a chip that should exist, but maybe not at 2. I think 1 is like perfect sweet spot.
you know what's also
Well,
funny is it's in O code, which has the barrier 100s already and the recover 300s, but it's also in R code, which is the uninstall code and the roll code. So just 2 of the strongest like defensive like utility codes for one of the strongest defensive utility chips. Oh, but I mean, you're right. Yeah, we should. Looking at their custs, looks pretty normal. They're not doing the cust one over the bug stop, which is kind of interesting. So I'm guessing they put the super armor over it. And then this is one of the least tanky builds in the tournament. 1500 HP. What do you think about that?
Again, even though they do have low HP, because they give us the Giga is the chip recover 20.
Yeah,
that's going to be a lot tankier than it seemed, and especially with the 2 Symphony notes as well. That will bring up the tankiness as well, the HP recover or the barrier or like the utility. They have so much utility in their builds that doesn't matter. And also they're also running Exile Blade, so with the Riven charge shot, they'll be able to take off like little bits of chip damage as they go for their charge shots and empowered buster shots.
Oh, that's true.
They do have a lot of damage reduction in many other ways to account for the HP. So I don't think they're that squishy. They're pretty tanky, all things considered.
I guess it's just more the immediate loss of HP. Kind of like you said, like if you account for all the recovery options, you could like put them at like 2500 HP, which is very valuable. But we'll just have to see how that does, because this is very much an execution build. So it's going to be dependent on what happens during the match, whether it reaches the full effectiveness or not.
See, that right there can be a hard-working build. Or maybe not a hard-working build, but like a build you have to like put some effort to, execute some stuff. Because I've seen way too many I play the game for you builds. Way too many. And I'm like, people to play the game. Play the game.
Yep. I mean... let's look at it.
On Nunda Entropy next.
Yes. I'm curious what they're running. Oh, wait, we talked about this already. So...
We talked about this before, yeah.
We've talked about SC Team already. Mega 8, very broken. Can change their element. But... So this is a base form build. So changing your charge shot to base's base onlay. And the way it works is based on the chip you're using, you get a number of base stacks. And depending on the number of base stacks, it impacts how effective the charge shot is. It can get elements, it can get barrier removal, it can put down panels, it can do a lot. It's really good on paper, and a long time ago it was really busted. But after it received, I think it was like 1 or 2 nerfs, it just got outscaled really quickly in the HubOS metagame, and it hasn't been touched in a while. like a year.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're going for here. They got the slow gauges, which are pretty necessary for it. It's a very standard F-code build, although they're not running the magnums to stop the base only. Instead, they're utilizing the new Mark cannons, a very good utilization.
I would like to see the magnums though to lock people into like a roll, so they can't actually properly dodge the Hell's Rollings.
They were probably accounting for air shoes when they were doing that, and they knew they were in F code, so unless they were running uninstall in off code or something like that, then they wouldn't be able to lock them down properly. So
Ooh, actually, I do like the Pacify Omega. If they can get that early, getting the 2.5% Zenicus is very, very valuable. That takes up that's probably actually way too
well, that's why they have that
but
Evo
it's
shot
very,
in there,
very
isn't
valuable.
it? That's why they have that Evo shot in there, isn't it? Isn't it fire? No,
Pacify
wait.
Omega.
Oh, no. I'm misremembering. I'm thinking of Evil Cut.
No, Evil Shot. Evil Shot just sends the free spooky ghosts.
Oh, they actually don't have a way to get the oil from the Pacify Omega.
I mean, Pacify Omega doesn't give you oil anymore. I don't think it does. It gives you Silver Bolt, Overheat, and 2.5% of your HP as Zenicus. I need to reduce that to 2, because 2.5 is too high.
Well, you have to do that after tournament. Cause it's...
Yeah.
Also, the Overheat for Vanguard. It's hate.
I mean, Overheat only makes you
Die.
not want to step on grass. Doesn't make you want to step on grass. You know? If you're touching grass, Overheat doesn't like that. Or it's going to make you not like that.
It's my natural enemy.
But more of the build. I do like that they're running the base form. I'm sad that they're running it now because it definitely needs the buffs, which I'm planning to roll out after. Make the Hell's rolling in general a bit more consistent with the hits and actually multi-hit objects. Because before I was like, okay, I give it the weakness of not being able to destroy objects that well, but it just didn't really need it, so I took it out.
I'm kind of sad they didn't run an extra upgrader, because getting the Judgeman Omega or the Flashman RV wouldn't have been bad for the build at all either.
I mean, by not running another upgrader, they do lose on 2 stacks, because base form gives you 3, I'm pretty sure. Or just give you 2, hold on, let's see. I'm pretty sure it gives you 3. Base form gives you 3 stacks, yeah.
Doesn't it like Chaos Form gives you 5?
Chaos Form gives you 7.
And Chaos Form is made with 2 base forms and an upgrader?
Yeah, 2 base forms and an upgrader.
Right.
So their max stacks is 15, so they can get their Hell's Rolling to be Wind Element, deal 5 Zenicurse on hit, Poison on hit, it moves a bit faster, and it becomes Cursor. So it's a Wind Cursor, Zenicurse inflicting poisoning, charge shot. So it's still very, very powerful.
I miss the days
if they
when...
did opt for one more...
You should reverse integrate the bug where like the wheel bugs out and stays in the panel, like if it's super high stacks, and just have it be a feature.
I already fixed that.
I know you did.
And then if they invested into the 2 extra stacks, they could have had, when your opponent is on a non-standard tile, root them for 45 frames and create a tormented shadow panel. So that would make the charge shot a lot more consistent, because they'll be rooted when they get hit by it, and it'll hit them 3 hits more often.
You know what you could do, actually? A base form dark chip.
I could do that. I'll give you 5 stacks, and maybe like a 70 or something. It'd be like another way to opt into it.
Yeah, it gives you like another way to like flex your build so that you're not like holding all the bases in your hand and going like, today I will die because I have bases in my hand and not defense.
I mean, usually whenever you see them, you just slap all of them down, get as many stacks online as you can.
Oh, I usually greed for it. I usually always greed for the Chaos Form because it gives you the Aura 100 anyway.
Oh, with the upgrade. Okay. For that, you kind of just hold them in your hand and you're like, when will I see it? When will I see it?
That is another thing I'm accounting for, by the way. Chaos Form actually gives you Aura 100, which a lot of Navis can't actually deal with. So Depending on their
they have basically 2
matchups.
chaos bombs as well.
Yeah, so if they're not if your opponent's not careful, like they might. Well, I say careful, but the battle started before it even began, so a very matchup dependent defensive feature that could easily get them going very well, but their HP kind of similar to Rockin', but not really because they don't have the recovery in the background. 1700 HP. They got the Cuss 7 and the Float Shoes, but they're running anti-magic.
Oh yeah, they do have anti-magic, yeah.
I don't know why it's called anti-damage in this game.
It's whatever, to be fair. But to be fair, when I look at this build, it just reminds me of this is essentially Entropy's. I'm pretty sure this is like their only experience with competitive BN. So seeing the choices they made in Folder is like, okay. I could tell that this is very HubOS focused because of the amount of aggressive options there are for a buster-oriented build. They definitely need a lot more defense to support this because they need the time to get to their different parts of the build to stack up. They could have maxed out on invises, maxed out on anti-damages.
Yeah.
Could have dropped 2 Mac guns because, again, even if you get them early, your Hell's Rollings applies any curse anyway. You're gonna get damage between the turns.
I think you dropped the Mark Cannons first. I think they're good for the Invis Pierce, but I think the Mach Gun is better for making your opponent move around and get hit by something.
Yeah. I do like the Glacial Rain could backfire. If someone doesn't have float shoes and they're able to slide through their Hell's Rollings, you won't be able to actually land as much as you want to.
Yeah, or it could mess them up and just...
Yeah, there's a little anti-synergy within the folder itself.
The Glacier Rain, I think, is mostly for gauge wars, so they probably want to do the temporary slow gauge in case they get fast gauged, maybe?
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I think overall it is a cool build, but it definitely lacks in defense, and there will be times where they won't have enough time to scale into getting them Hell's Forms because they will just be taking damage, and they don't have the highest HP, the 1.7k, which is one of the lower HPs in the tournament. But yeah, hopefully they have time to scale when they do play. That's really about it.
Yeah, kind of same. I look forward to seeing how it does. I loved messing with the Hell's Form build a while ago. Even when it was at its peak, it was not like that crazy. But I hope it does well.
It will probably have its time after the tournament. The quality of life and buffs given to Hell's Rolling.
Well, if it wins, you can't buff it.
If it wins, I'm still doing the quality of life.
Oh god, I forgot Cheetos did their build like this. Well. I don't know how they did this.
What? Oh,
I don't know how they did this.
Yeah, next we have Sheetan's build. They're running Protoman SV. That's actually a Navi I have not seen since release, pretty much. They've just been very, very quiet.
I have a lot of mixed feelings about this build because part of me kind of felt like it would be better with just base Proto-Man. The fast gauge is very interesting because I don't know what it accomplishes. The Shuriken Rain and Timmy Wave is a very strong combo, but the Vac Cutter is also supposed to drag there, so that's good synergy that they picked out in their build. But then we have the Shield Breaker, assumingly to replace Wind Rack to try to hit your opponent through their auras and barriers. And Diffmasa and Asmarum. What do you think about those LDR?
They're both really good chips if you can land them. But they're not. I don't think they're the best.
They don't have anything to land anything in this build.
Yeah, they don't know how they set it up or find a way to land it. The Asamarum's gonna be a wide sword, and the Diffmas is an X cross.
I guess the Vac Cutter can set things up sometimes, but like not for a lot.
The Vac Cutter does set up, yeah. You can definitely definitely have enough time to land the swords because they're just swords. But I don't know where the defense is, and they aren't the tankiest either.
I almost wonder if this build would be better if you were
Actually,
playing
no,
Zephyr.
yes.
I feel like it would, because setting the trap and then like capitalizing on what your opponent does would be very useful. They're very intelligent for focusing on the Clockman Star and the Fast Gauge for the Gauge Wars. The Video Man and the Judgment Star are both in the same build as well. Very, very knowledgeable of the fact that both of them actually reclaim your area. So just very smart decisions. But the actual comboing, I guess we'll have to see if they can do it. Because to me, it looks like a very difficult thing to set up. Like, the drag combos could be really strong. Like, maybe if these were old Shuriken spike panels, then maybe, like, this would just, like, kill someone. But currently, like, after their nerfs, I think it's not as crazy.
Yeah, they're pretty whatever at this point. The thing that I'm also surprised about is these 3 runic blades. I'm not too sure what they're meant to do because they do 2.5 times damage against opponent that is inflicted with Ascent, so very, very strong against Ascent, or Paralyze, it does double damage with the runic blade. But they don't have the statuses to do that with, so I don't know how they're going to get like the most out of it. It's just going to be an 80 damage flash inflicting longsword. That, I guess, locks on if you're in front of them.
Reading the Protoman SV package, it looks like you can set your charge attack in the cuss screen. Wide Sword, Hero Sword, Sonic Sword, and Step Sword. Is this like Redman, where it switches every time you use it?
No, you choose the one in cuss screen, and then that's your charge shot.
Why would you not choose Sonic every time then? Your opponent can't dodge that.
Then they have different damage values, so maybe you want to greed for damage.
Hero Sword is the first thing that stands out to me. Hero Sword, I feel like people underestimate all the time.
Hero Sword's pretty good. I don't think it's like super crazy. It's just you can be consistent if you are at even or better area.
Do you not?
Other than that, it's just a sword.
But you don't have the chip charge. I honestly think this build would be better if it was Zephyr or base Proto Man.
Yeah, I agree. But I guess you do have the sword chip per turn, which you get to use, which can be nice. Which can be nice if you get good ones. Pretty sure they get some pretty crazy options in there.
I think with some good execution, this build can do really well for sure. But we're just gonna have to see how that actually does. I'm really looking forward to it. Like, they obviously put a lot of thinking into this build. They put a lot of heart behind it. There's a lot of smart decisions accounting for different things. But looking
it's a really cool build, just quite janky. Now, I thought they were squishy, but after looking at the cost and the drives, they're not that.
It's 1800
squishy.
HP. That's what I'm running. But they're also running Tango.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Tango.
Wait, they have air shoes as well.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
How did they get all that in there? I guess they're not running float shoes. Very interesting, actually. Air shoes, cool super armor, Tango, Rush. This is very solid. Unfortunately, because of everything they're fitting in there, they can't get attack max in there. I'm not sure how Protoman SV's charge shot values are, but we're mostly going for combo damage with this build anyways.
Yeah, they're looking to delete with chips for sure. With the keeping the attack at 1, you can tell that they're not going for any attack damage, only them chips and chips only. And with the burst boost, they can they basically have a get out of jail free card for one stun. Circuit breaker, so they can't be chain stunned. A little bit of anti-synergy by, I guess, you might burst when circuit breaker may have procced, but then yeah. And then the cost glove. So I don't think, I guess in the fast gauge, they'll be able to potentially keep a chip if they miscalculate, but for the most point, like, I don't see cost glove come into play, especially if you're the one setting the fast gauge.
They might be
you're
trying to force the synergy. So maybe they're expecting the HP drain. They plan to use their chips even if they go into the next turn.
Yeah, I guess so. But that's pretty much all my thoughts on that build, at least.
Yeah. The only other thought I have is, after playing around with burst boots for a while, there are instances where you might not necessarily get like the most out of it, like the area reclaim or the barrier removal, but you can use it in the middle of your opponent's combo to actually prevent a lot of the chips they're using due to the short in-boom. And
that is part of that.
It could be so easy to miss, and it could get you like so much value. So I feel like they're definitely accounting for that in their folder building, at least.
Oh yeah. I think most situations, burst boots are just like nice to have. It's like a nice field reset, a little bit of damage, and just like it just does what you need to do when you're stunned. Like, get off me once per battle.
Get out of jail free card.
A little get out of jail free card. And with the nerf to the range, it's actually like a lot more fair than it used to be.
How did they do this?
Range.
My sheets!
Oh, we look.
What did they do to my sheets?
But going on to the next build, we have who's a Smash Mega Man.
Yeah.
Playing Sonic. There's some C-code stuff. Where's your defenses? Wait, what's happening here? Wait, where's everything? Where is everything? We have no area grabs. 3 barriers.
Oh wait, are they still not playing area grabs? Funny how someone mentioned that earlier.
2 Roll Stars. I don't know what it is with Roll Star and very casual players, but they adore that chip. I don't know what it is about it.
I don't know.
Don't get it, but
people don't play anti-recovery. And it's not like they play it into anti-Navi or something. It's like they just run it.
They just love that chip.
The 3 M cannons. I don't think Sonic gets a bonus with null chips, does he?
Nope.
So the way Sonic works, for those that don't know, because obviously he's not from BN, is they have... Oh, wait, they don't have haste?
They should have haste.
They have Queen Boots?
Oh. They have Queen Boots and haste, or just Queen Boots? They might just have Queen Boot.
They have Queen Boots and Chip Charge Win times 1.33. Oh.
There you go. Okay, they don't have haste. There you go.
So yeah, they can charge wind chips. Queen Boots is still like very good though. I feel like it's probably, well, not as good as haste, but it's it can cover a lot of ground when you're not ready for it. Oh, there's their defense. They're running 3 barriers, LDR.
Bro, that's not defense. 3 standard barriers.
I never called it defense.
Get to press my B button 6 times to get rid of 3 chips of defense.
Do I need to like be on watch for your builds? Do I need to help you? All right, no, let's do an actual serious breakdown of this build. All right. So the 3 Bubble Star 2's Doll Thunders are really good. Obviously, they're not playing defense, so running up on the Doll Thunder combos is pretty good. It makes them more consistent. The element traps can obviously put in a lot of work. There's 2 of them. That's 480 damage. Element damage is really consistent in HubOS. The Vulcan tease, though, I don't know what that's doing. Maybe they're hoping to catch their opponent and follow up with the Circus Man?
Yeah, I was going to say, the only thing it could be for is that Circus Man. Maybe
or the Infernal Trigger.
I guess so, but I really don't know what it's gonna do.
It's gonna. You made the chip. You know what it does.
No, I mean I don't know what it does for the folder.
It doesn't.
They have the Clown Gatlin. we need area grabs. This folder desperately needs area grabs for a lot of these things.
Yeah, Clown Gatling hits every tile, so.
To land the Shade Shot better, to land the Circus Man better, to land the Clown Gun better.
They got love.
Just enabled. They do have love. They're trying to live. They have 1.2k HP.
They're not trying to live. They're trying to love.
They're trying to love right now. This is definitely love right here.
They're running 2 undershirts in their build.
Oh, they do. Wait. They want to stay extra protected. They took an extra shirt with them.
You know what?
Extra shirt with them.
I kind of wish it worked like that. What if uninstall only took off like one level of augments? So if you're running 2, you can just like you got the extra layers.
With the extra shirt, you're fine, you know. Or if you have 2 undershirts, it keeps you at 2 HP and then 1 HP and then brings you to 0.
That'd be
very strong.
Toxic.
That'd be very strong. Some stalling. You put in 5 undershirts. Your HP going to 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1.
Wait, they don't have. No, they do have bug stop. Good. They do have bug stop. Okay.
Bug stop. They have armor. They have armor. There's so many people who have fought. Pauna didn't have armor. I think Shido doesn't have armor at times. Chaos doesn't have armor. Like, why? I
don't know why people are doing that
when they're not playing around not having armor. They're not playing Xenia, where you get a benefit from not having armor. They just don't have armor for vibes.
I mean,
and then they get disrupted and everything.
Shido occasionally plays Nightman, so that at least makes sense. Since they get the Init super armor, but it's like, I mean, if you only have one free spot in the cusp, putting a second undershirt is funny.
It is quite funny. It is quite funny.
I also don't know what they're doing to their cusp because they're running. This is 1,000% the lowest HP tournament in the build at 1,200 HP.
I mean, I think we've said all we can say about the build.
Let's keep it moving. This next one might not be better.
It's a bit better.
Oh, it looks better, that's for sure. Toadman, let's go! Someone's playing my boy!
A little bit of our codes. We have the bubble stars, the broken T, the ring booms, discharge, some little bit of like.
This build looks cool!
The two C lines, the rest. The Flashman RV? Yo!
They got the Flashman Star and the RV. They have 2 C seeds and 2 C stages! They're not going for the MBCC Grand Prix PA, which is very curious. I feel like they could have fit it in there. Very little defense. 1 invis. That is the only thing stopping someone from hitting them. Oh, I guess on the C stage.
Because it doesn't have the synergy with Bubble, because the little area grab it does before it does will end up popping any bubbles. So
for aesthetic purposes
at some point. But yeah, this build is a lot cooler. I can see the vision which they had to put down the C panels, get the double damage out of their elect chips, playing the Toadman to synergize with the C panels so they could dive underneath them. With the C, there's a lot of C setting in the folder. I'm not too sure how they're gonna have enough damage. But with Toadman passive and the elect chips and setting bubble, I like what their vision was. I'm not sure if the execution's quite there, but it's a good look. This one has a good look.
It's a good look for sure. I feel like they are trying to focus on damage here, but there's not.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very interesting. Like the discharge is like an easy confirm, right? And the Bubble Star can maybe set up something like the Ring Boom, and then you follow it up with something else. Toadman's Charge Shot isn't Toad's song, though, so I feel like I'm not sure if this is enough damage to actually deal with a lot of these different builds.
That's what I was thinking as well. But if they manage to land everything on the C panels, I think it might be fine.
It's definitely an interesting build. We might just see someone get bursted by all these electric chips and just poof into smoke. Wait, they're running C lines too.
Yeah, I said they have a lot of C. Yeah, they have a lot of C options, the C lines and like all of the other stuff.
I saw the CC to the C stage. I didn't see the C line.
Yeah, you are going to be on. You're going to go for a swim, and you're going to like it.
Wait, C line's actually so good with Toadman. Since you don't need the slot, but you still get the defenses for the. Ooh, that's a really fun tech.
I feel like there'll be a lot of the match where you're not actually able to hit them because they're going to be in that C.
Yeah, but Toadman's Charge Shot leaves them very vulnerable, so there's a very good chance that your opponent reacts and hits you with something.
That is very true. That's very, very true.
But
looking at the cast,
Reflect is curious when they're going to be underwater most of the time.
You still pop up to use it and then get a bit of damage back if they need to. So I can see it occasionally coming into play, you know, occasionally they'll be able to pop up, get a bit of damage, pop back down. Be nice. Cost 2, armor, bug stop, HP. They don't have charge, so I'm guessing they're not going to go for charge shots that much because they have charge 0 with 1 attack and 1 rapid. And also wearing the socks, another very comfy player, also wearing the socks. With
I wonder how the socks work.
Socks.
I really hope socks doesn't prevent them from hiding under the sea panels.
That would be really, really bad if it did that. But socks, elect armor, another cuss glove user, and off crown.
Let's go, elect armor.
Yeah, elect armor is going to be very good, especially on the sea panels. It stops it from taking ×3.
Yeah.
And we'll reduce that to a 1.5 if it's specifically. Depending if it's called as damage or half. I think it's probably damage. Probably just going to be a.
It just decreases the multiplier.
×2. It should just be ×2 then rather than ×3.
It only has really the additional times if it's like full sync or anchor or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. I think that build's actually pretty cool. A pretty cool build.
I mean, it's technically wrong because their element is an aqua, but that's fine.
That's fine. It's fine. They still get the top passive. And now we have Zero Summer's build.
Ooh, let's look at this. Oh god, holy soup!
Playing the Knuckles, you have a lot of codes in here.
Crab Vanish and Revenge. Who hurt this man?
I don't know. They have Banish and Revenge, but they don't have grabs, so I'm guessing
the double element trap. Oh, I kind of said I don't see an advance in here as well. Complete the collection.
Oh, they have all of the grabs. But yeah, they have the 2 LM traps, anti-Navi, 2 white caps. They have loads of utility, but where's the damage gonna come from?
So they have 3 guys. That's really good damage. Magma Fist, that'll do huge damage. Oh, they got Knuckles. I see.
It's very on brand for the Navi, but one, I do not know how they land these Magma Fists. They don't have grabs for them.
Wait, they don't have area grabs? Oh, they don't.
See them.
Oh.
I think most people could just hang back and they don't really care what's happening into this build. Because I don't know what they hit them with. The left heavy club doesn't hit. The heavy pulses don't hit. The light dragons can hit. That's that one thing that can hit. The Gaias will just be stepped through because you have no setup for them. I don't actually know how you set up for anything in this build. Seraph is kind of underwhelming for a Giga. It does 400. It's okay. But I'm not too sure how this build comes together because of the lack of grabs and the high amount of low range chips. I'm not too sure how anything really works. Maybe you land something a fair few times, but there's no real way to exert pressure without your opponent purposefully putting yourself into disadvantage. Looking at the cost looks a little bad.
I'm not sure it does. There's 3 HP 50s there.
Oh, that is true. The HP 50s could probably
be something better.
That is true. That's 450 HP. They definitely could have fit a HP 500 somewhere with this setup for sure. Maybe not with a Tango, but I feel like there must be a way to get a little bit more, squeeze a little bit more HP into this. But the charge with the charge 1 and the attack arm to max out the attack and charge is good. Off crown just for the extra HP, and the circuit breaker is just solid. They could have put on the socks, but they opted to say, I want my feet to be with the nature on the ground, barefoot. But nonetheless, they have, even though the HP is low, they still have Tango, First Bearer, and Off Crown. So they're actually not that squishy, and then in their folder, they do have a good amount of defense.
I was about to say, they actually don't, they have more HP than I do. They have 1950.
And they have a good amount of defense. I just don't know how they exert pressure ever.
Yeah, the Magma Fists don't do anything if they never step forward. The light
So, yeah,
dragons with the uninstalled is fine. Like, it's not that abnormal to run a star code or a Elko chip in another build with uninstall just for the purposes of uninstalling with it. The whitecaps are obviously supposed to set up the gold hockey and the 5-head, but I don't see how the magma fists connect unless someone, like you said, is being kind of silly.
Yeah, and I can't really speak any more on the build because I'm not really sure what's meant to happen with it because there's not much synergy between the chips. There's loads of codes and not enough synergy between them.
I feel like
I actually think the whitecaps might even be for the earthquake and hurricane, just for that silly, funny interaction, you know?
Oh, that would be so funny if it was still a hurricane whitecap.
And the funny thing is that both of them come in. Oh no, they don't come.
They
in the same
don't.
code
It's
together
soup.
anymore. Very good. It's soup now. That is a very good change from Tim there. That they're not in the same code anymore.
Do we need to set up an intervention for newbies and teach them about area gov and defense chips? I don't know. I can't convince people to change their built-in strats forums to be able to include 3 invises, so I don't think we'll ever get there.
I mean, in like new chip thing, if people did go to the top, I did kind of flood it with a bit of other utility chips, which one is being used here in Angel Veil. Angel Veil is extremely good.
Angel's good.
But if they score to the top, can't support the kind of lowest amount of defense and like utility stuff you should have in a bit like in your fodder as a minimum. But it depends if people have looked at the top of the new starter thing or if they've looked at like the few utility chips I've put at the bottom, like the 6 or so, and just said, yeah, I'll use these in my folder. Because I do, since I put that there, I have seen people use Virus Seek, use Glitch Cannon to apply virus as well, use Angel Veil, use Terra Shift. Like,
I didn't mean to call you out a little
the...
bit about that LDR. Why does it give you virus for 1,000 frames?
For 2 turns. You can't heal for 2 turns.
Why 2 turns?
It's a long time.
It is a long time. Why?
You're forced to hold on to that heal for later.
Couldn't it be like a 100 or 200 frames per B that hits you or something? Like,
You know how useless that is. that is a
that's
status
still
that
600
exist.
frames.
That is a status that does not exist. What do you mean? It's 3 hits. It's 3 hits.
600 frames is a long time.
You look at your cast screen next turn and be like, I can't heal this 1 turn. Then you play next turn, and next turn you're like, I can heal again.
What did Const say? Yeah, he still has it as 2 invis. You should run 3 invis, 3 anti-damage. This is why I see so many people running 2 invis, 2 anti-damage. They should not be running...
That's why, yeah. Should be 3-3, yeah, for sure.
Like, 7 is the minimum. When you get more comfortable, it's okay to drop your defense down a little bit or change it for different options. But don't start the game with no defense and complain you can't do anything.
Yeah. I usually trade one anti-damage for Aura 70, because Aura 70 is super duper strong.
I've actually been really greedy lately. I haven't even been running anti-stuns. I need to, like, reapproach that. I've actually been thinking of going back to anti-damage in general.
I mean, maybe it's just because Ruby's not around, but people haven't been... Apart from Freeze Break, people haven't really been chain stunning people as much as before. It's calmed down a little bit. But I guess we also have Burst Boots, so it's less prevalent because people can have your 1 chance of just breaking out anyway. Which is usually enough.
My expectation is new players are adding shield on top of those. Okay, but they don't know how to use shield either, so that's not helpful.
even moderate players don't use shield properly. That shield's quite hard to use.
Yeah, shield is very, very situational. So this is 0EXE's build.
Mm-hmm.
My first thought is Oathcrown Pressure Plate. Very strong combo. I don't see enough in this tournament.
Pressure plating.
Yeah, there's a reason that is 50 MB. Maybe it'll go down a little bit, but we'll just have to see how it does. Oh, wait, I remember this build. I actually have a lot of choice words about this build. I was hoping they would change it before midnight. They have Bolt-in Lightning, but they don't have objects to use it with.
I don't know if you can use it with Electman Special, which you can throw, and they might be able to.
I assume you
not too sure if you can.
can, but like even then, like it would be better if you like you just throw a V-doll in there. Like what? It won't hurt you.
That is true. It won't hurt you.
Other than that, looking at the build, it's a very greedy, just every elect chip, a mono E-code elect chip build.
Wait, the 4 Dolphin ones is cracking me up. And the 2 anti-elects.
That's what I'm saying. It's the mono elect build.
This is the ultimate cosplay folder. We're cosplaying as Electman right now. This is Electman cosplay folder.
I think Electman knows how to use different element chips to combo.
I just realized, we're in E-code. We didn't take Element Man. We didn't take the Elect Man that is in E-code as well.
Wait, LDR, Element Man isn't an elect chip.
No, but Elect Man is. Elect Man SP. They have Elect Man RV, but not SP.
I don't know why.
Standard.
I don't know why.
I'm confused.
I don't know why.
Confusion. The pressure plating is nice because every 10 you'll get a little ring zap. It won't stun for that long, but get your little ring zap for a little bit of disruption if you can land it. And the plus 50 on Elect Man makes it probably a worthwhile stop.
You want to know what's even funnier?
What?
Look at their cast. What do they run in their cast?
Wait. They're cost 5. They're cost 5. And they definitely could have had more. They could definitely have a fair bit more. This is empty space, no? I guess because of the bug stop, maybe not. But I feel like
you don't need bug stop in this. They were like one step away from achieving chunk cast, and they just were like, bug stop, I don't want HP bug. You don't need it! You have so much HP, it doesn't matter.
They need armor, they could use like rush, they're missing out on a lot of utility.
There's a reason
having here.
There's a reason Edwin GP has like 80 chunk emotes and stickers. It's because it's really good.
It's really good. I forgot they have pressure plane. They don't need armor. Never mind.
They do not need armor, but they do not have undershirt.
And cast. No undershirt or cast. They have 5 chips per turn.
Honestly, but I guess they don't need undershirt if you're over 2k HP. Not really.
Yeah, and I guess even for cast, if they have E and Starcode chips, it's not the worst.
Actually, I feel like with the VAR recovers especially, undershirt would not be a bad thing in this build at all.
Yeah, just to give them a chance to maybe bounce back if they did get to that position.
You're at 1 HP, pop a VAR recovery, get back to 200, get a barrier. Oh, they got rid of the barrier, put you back to 1. Oh, pop another VAR recovery, back to 200 HP, got a barrier. Being 6 HP bug is as painful as getting the hiccups. I don't know, I think the hiccups got a little bit more in them.
The hiccups definitely has a little bit more in them. I wholeheartedly agree on that. The HP bug is whatever. You pretty much ignore it. Unless you like getting flinched a billion times because you don't have armor. Like if you get hit by a tornado while you have HP bug, then you like start sweating a little bit because that thing starts going crazy. But if you don't, then you're chilling. Like you don't care.
I do have a couple.
But I think that's about it. I like the pressure plating. I like that they're going for Elect. I don't like the cast. I don't like that they're not running Elect Man on Elect Man when they're trying to cosplay as Elect Man. That's about it.
Yeah, they were a little bit behind Sobble's Kernel cosplay folder, but I think, yeah, like you said, it's a cool theme build, but it's just lacking in a lot of different places, and it kind of dips too much into the... You can do a fun theme build and, like, not do something like this. This is probably definitely more on the extreme end.
Yeah. So you know where this build would fit in? In the Navi tournament, which I wanted to do, like the solo Navi.
No, when they're running Judge Man.
I mean, you can run Judge Man in there. They're just to run Elect Man, RV, and SP, or like run RV and Omega. They're like one chip away from being like viable. But yeah, it will fit for all of these cosplaying folders.
Which is
to the next one.
I am so sorry about that because it doesn't seem like anyone's interested.
Yeah, I mean, in due time, I feel like people will come around to it.
Yeah, it'll definitely like stay on the list until we do it. But going to the next build, we have Lumi's build. They played a couple times now, so hopefully they get their revenge this tournament. because they've been playing a lot of HubOS and practicing. They're decided to play Surge this time.
And actually, yes, it does. Your build does kind of a theme build. It's very Redman-esque.
Kinda, but
yeah,
it's playing to its strengths. Fire. Fire.
Yeah, looking at the Surge, they do get the Elect plus 10, so I do like the Vulcan T that I see there.
Yeah.
The Glitch Cannon as well.
I don't know how the
nice.
charge shot works.
I think it just does discharge. I think it was.
It says discharge strikes them with a grounded lightning attack. Does it mean the opponent or yourself?
I mean, it's probably both. Probably add shock to yourself, but then also a strong attack to the opponent.
But what about this? Yep. Very curious they'd run the Elec armor when they already have the Elec. Unless they were like worried about Elec being a very potent element in this tournament. They do get the Elec resistance, which gives them half damage from Elec chips.
That's right, they run the unstoppable Uggs as well, so they're able to break through statuses between turns.
Very good.
And they can't be stunned for longer than 150 frames per turn, otherwise they'll get the status guard for the turn.
Okay, they've learned to run one area grab, but that's not much better than they were doing before.
They have a decent amount of utility with the Varaseek, Anti-Navi, the Glitch Cannon. So I like that they have a okay amount of utility there that will help them out in some situations if they can find a place to position them correctly.
Kinda sad.
Looking at the rest of the field.
They're running the Lady Burst, but they're not running a bubble to be able to really manipulate this Blaze Blade or this Lady Burst on the C stage.
Yeah, especially in R code, you have access to the really powerful Bubble Staff 3, and it's just not being used here. With the C stage and Lady Burst. Lady Burst being a powerful 190 damage spreader, I can definitely be boosted to basically 600 damage if you have the C stage and the bubble on them.
The Vulcan T is here as well. I bet it receives the bonus from Surge, but it's kind of a shame they're not playing off of that, because Vulcan T fires 4 times, right?
It got nerfed to 3 recently.
Oh, that's still not bad. Like, they could do a lot off of the combos with that, whether that be... Well, maybe not Glitch Cannon, but they could follow it up with Discharge, for example.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. They could follow up with Discharge. But yeah, I feel like it's going to fall short of damage because it doesn't... Again, this is another foil that doesn't really have... Like, it has an idea, but not a direction. And the Elecman RV doesn't really help much because they don't have any objects. So it's not... You're not getting the 2 splashes. You're not going to be able to really abuse the... Like, the... Not really stage, but the field it kind of gives after you hit the objects. Missing out on a lot of stuff there because... Elecman RV is one of the few RV chips that does not give you a passive after you use it. All of its powers within the chip itself.
Yeah.
Nothing really carries over. Looking at the cast.
The Elec armors for the C stage. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, Delta.
Oh, that is true. Wait, actually, that's really smart. Actually, that makes it significantly more worth it.
Before we move,
the C stage is very nice.
To the NCP.
Oh, also, the unstoppable Uggs after every turn, if they're on a C panel, they can remove it to heal.
I mean, that's only going to be there for 1 turn, anyways. So because they're C panels, but.
Oh yeah. If they use that like at the
Can
end
they
of like
last
one
2
of the
turns?
turns,
I don't remember.
Maybe squeeze out another C panel, you know.
But
yeah, the cost is looking pretty decent actually.
Another
pretty low HP, but
reflect.
a decent amount of utility in there. Coach use armor, barrier, reflect with the stats and a little bit of HP. They maybe need a bit more HP, but other than that, it's not the worst. I've seen worse.
Well, they get the 200 HP from the Elec armor, and they have the regen 250 in the VAR recovery, so if they get to all their recoveries per game, that's like 1800-ish to 2k HP, which isn't bad, per se.
Decent amount of stuff in there.
Not.
But I guess
Hmm.
I guess it's all right. I don't really have much more to add to it, to be fair.
Yeah, I would probably reorganize the chips in the code. Like, the Blaze Blade kind of seems like they were glancing at T code for a second, but didn't decide to fully commit to a code change. But they definitely could have done something there. So,
But I mean, for a chip that is off code, Blaze Break Blade is one chip that you could definitely run off code because of how strong it is. Run it alone.
well, if you were running bubble, if you had, I don't know,
You
it
have
is
another bubble
300
swab, yeah.
damage. Like, I feel like if they were running T code as well, they could have the True Sword in there, and
Yeah, they could have, yeah, but I guess that's a bit missed out on.
yeah. But let's go to the next build, which is Ladybug's build.
Ladybug's build. Okay,
Oh,
we have a
metal
pick
stage.
of the Navi cast.
Also Surge.
Yeah, they're playing little metal stage.
Body
Oh
pack.
no, but they've given up on the Spark Search.
Wait, Tengu Man's been uploaded.
Hmm?
Sabo uploaded Tengu Man.
Ooh.
Oh, he has the Tengu back B.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's always so funny
With
finding
the
Sabo's
future,
projects as I'm streaming.
That's really cool. That's some cool stuff right there. But anyway, but back on track. We're looking at
body pack.
Ladybug's builds.
Super
Looking at
armor, air shoes, float shoes, and shirt all come from that body pack. And I've never seen body pack in these tournaments, I feel like.
I personally think body pack's a little bit of a scam because you can't get that much HP with it. And HP is just the best stat in the game, unfortunately. If it was shaped a bit differently so you could run more stuff with it, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all for it. But I feel like body pack's just too difficult to run.
It couldn't be made any better, otherwise it would be the only thing people run, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is true. We saw BBN5.
Yeah. But looking at the build, they're also running an R code build, interestingly enough. A lot of one-ofs.
They are using a lot of interesting chips, such as
Raton.
Wind Slash. You very rarely see Wind Slash. A little bit of a Lekman RV. Do they have an object? Do they have an object? No. Ladybug, what are we doing? What are we doing here? You've used a Lekman. You've seen me use a Lekman. Where is your something? Where is your something? You something to support the boy. You should, or if you're gonna do this, just run Thunderman RV.
Can you Lekman RV off of Raton?
Maybe. I did change the requirements of Lekman RV to target any object, so maybe. That is their big strength. It targets any objects and makes the splash area.
Magline is one of Squeak's favorite combos as well. So they're still running that, and it looks like they want to use it to land the uninstall, whether that be with the Light Dragons or the... You could land it with the Raton, but they'll probably just do it with the Dragons. Other than that, Elect Guard, Razandi, Dance for me, a very strong Elect chip if they can get it to land properly. Basically just power crept Thunder, but...
Kind of. It's a bit more sporadic, and the paralysis is really in the place you'd want it to be, and shock paralysis is pretty short. I like the glitch cannon, just a little bit of heal cut. It's just strong as it is, inflict a bit of Zenny Curse, just some good offensive utility. But other than that, yeah, I'm sad we do not have the Spark Search Slash here. Because I feel like, no, it's an E, T, Y, and X. I don't think it can actually fit in this build. Ooh,
it looks like they're making up for a lot of their defenses with the Synth Notes and the Regen 250.
The two Synth Notes is huge.
Other than that, the Rude Buster SP, very fun. People don't usually run Rude Buster SP. Or
not
wait,
SP, it's EX.
why? Oh, is EX only available in this code?
I'm not too sure why, because there's a lot of powerful R-code chips. You have roll, you have ring. There's a lot better alternatives to this, in my opinion. I'm not too sure why you'd want to run the Robusta EX. Maybe it's just a cursor option that they wanted. So that maybe that was a thought behind it. I just realized I wasn't paying attention. They have the static field. That is a sleeper chip right there, because that's basically Northwind with a little hitbox in front. People will be in the back and be like, where did my barrier go? But that static field will remove a barrier no matter the range. It's a stronger Northwind, but of course it is a mega chip.
Like
very,
silence
very good
as well. It's so annoying.
It's only for a second and a bit. It can disrupt your play enough to be annoying, but it's not long enough where it's really a problem.
Ooh, wait, they're running big arms.
They are running big arms. Land them charge shots will do well for them. If they do fully charge into that glitch cannon, it will get a power boost from the big arms. Probably to plus 10, because it's probably just the average charge time. So a little plus 10 for full charge.
I'm kind of sad they're not running the Brood Buster RV for like a bit of stacking Buster shenanigans. But other than that,
that'd be really cool.
It's a very light defense folder that I guess kind of looks to punish your opponent once they've been uninstalled with the charge shot and the big arm. Other than that, the only thing I could say is they just need to be careful of getting uninstalled themselves, because with the lower HP, 1500 could be very easy to get messed up afterwards.
Yeah, they are very, very squishy at the moment. So they will need to be very on point when they play. They need to hit everything, and with them being a little bit charge shot reliant, they need to hit their charge shots as well. So they have a lot of gameplay to engage in to win. It'll be quite a hard fought battle for this build to win in many situations.
All right.
But moving on, nonetheless, to our last but our not least.
I'm gonna need you to give your thoughts first, because confession, I made this build.
You made this build.
It was like an hour before midnight, and we were all coding, and we were just talking about the tournament. I'm like, oh man, like it'd be so cool if like another person could join. Like I could just make them a build. And Calls was like, really? Make me a build, and I'm like, okay, cool. So Tim gave me one of two Navis, Search Man and Elect Man, and
you made the right choice. Right choice.
I knew that Ash was already playing Search Man. Like that was originally what they made their build for. They actually changed it the last second, but so I just decided to go with Elect Man, and I tried my best not to go for J-code. Like, I've done the J-code thing before, it's really easy, so I tried to look around a little bit and tried to do a little bit more of a standard R-code thing, but with a couple gimmicks in there. So I want to hear your thoughts on this build.
Okay, let's see. You have the C-Seed, phenomenal. We have the Satellite 2s. Not a big fan of the Satellites in general, because they're, like, okay, but they are still quite low damage for what you'd want out of an elect chip, and it's not like they cause paralysis or like non-flashing. It's just damage.
Do work really well with Elect Man's special, with zoning off a lot of your opponent's area.
That's true. That is very true. I did not think about that interaction, so maybe they're fine. But with the Bubble Thunder, the classic Windrak, Area Grab, the Invises, Barrier 200 and Life Aura. I like the two U-Code duo there. Anti-Navi, I think Anti-Navi is just
so good.
One of the best chips in HubOS, because you don't lose there's so much gain from it.
So good.
I think Anti-Navi is like a chip you just need in the folder because it's so good. Uninstall Solid, Terror Shift for the area, Turbo Wheel, just very consistent hitting because it's really fast. The Ring Boom for a little bit of stun, very good damage on Elect Man because of the double hit for the plus 50 passive. Elect Guard's goods, and then we have Judge Man, Element Man, and Race Man, solids. The roll for the extra barrier, good amount of defense. We have the Ring, SP. Maybe you can blow up an opponent if they are holding a lot of chips.
Oh, you don't see
it. The Gateman RV, the Gateman RV, and the Thunderman RV. That is spicy. Giga +1, spicy. You limit their area and have the little dude running at them
With the cloud at the same time.
with the cloud at the same time. That is overwhelm central. That sounds quite crazy. I want to see Con's battles. That seems
I also
really funny.
I came up with this at I went through like 3 builds at the last second. Like one of them was the thing I was telling you about where I tried to like E-code at first and I tried to like shock lock into anchor shot and then I'm like, no, the shock lock gives shock so I can't anchor shot because it doesn't bubble. No,
It doesn't bubble, yeah.
But I do want to point out a couple things. So like you said, the satellite can be pretty underwhelming on its own, but with the special and the CC, you can get a lot of very consistent damage off of it. As for the turbo wheel to ring SP, that is to make the MBCC power PA. Meaning this is technically a Giga 3 folder.
That is really, really cool. So
Even-
you use the the ring SP with the ring boom and the turbo wheel to make the PA.
Correct. But even if you don't, you can also use the turbo wheel as a very consistent uninstall option.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was for. But I guess the MBCC.
Even then,
Power
the
was
satellite
that
and
name,
bubble stars are both like very good uninstall options. They're both very fast.
Okay. But yeah, I like the build. I think the build is extremely solid, especially looking at the cost of the Giga +1 with the cost one with the bug stop. Very good utility in there. You have the attack arm for the damage. You have the HP. Like all round, this is an extremely powerful build. And you have the area pressure with your Thunderman to mess them up. You can maybe even zone off them. If you place it in the middle, you can maybe zone them to one side as well. Make it really awkward for them to move. I think overall his build is phenomenal. Very, very, very strong.
I really look forward to seeing how Const pilots it because I think, like when I showed it to them, they were like, looks like an okay build, and I'm like, well, I hope it's okay. I hope it's fun, but I really do look forward to seeing how they do with it. And then for the drives, I decided to go attack arm shield style burst boots. I was kind of planning around the Giga Folder +1, so I knew there had to be like some level of undershirt in there because you have so much fast damage in this folder. Like if you're at 1 HP, you can definitely skirt out a win if you're careful. And
if you're able to hold that, yeah, you definitely can.
And then the burst boots, like if you're down area and for some reason area grabs just aren't showing up, you don't really have the banishes in this code, so just getting the burst in like a bad circumstance or for the extra defense, just really nice.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. As I said, it's a very phenomenal build. I think it's just strong all round. I don't really see any huge glaring weak points or like things I could be mad at. Like the biggest complaint I could really say is maybe one satellite and not two, but
yeah, that's fair.
Preference. Other than that, everything seems perfectly fine for the reasonings you gave. And the MBCC power is really, really cool. I do want people to more look out for Giga chips you can make out of like standard chips in terms of like PAs, because even Rogue Break's very, very doable with the Gaia, Broken Wings, and Upgrader. It's a very, very just slottable PA in them codes if you're paying good attention to it.
Wait a minute.
I'd actually like if there's more PAs that have just like 3 standard chips that can make them.
Wait a minute.
What?
Gaia? What was the other 2 pieces?
Broken Wings and Upgrader. You could do it in K and N code.
Oh, okay. I remembered Gaia and Rocket's code, so I was wondering if that was the secret sombrero.
No,
it was not. He doesn't have the pieces for it.
It was in the wrong code. So I was like, yeah, it's not there. That's what I looked out for as well.
But yeah, that was all of the builds. I would love to see comments about everyone's thoughts, conversation in general, like in PvP. A lot of people spent a lot of good time like theorizing their builds. Like they only really had 4 days to switch gears if they wanted to play something else, and a lot of people did. A lot of people switched gears to different navies at the last second, and they still made very phenomenal builds.
So we've seen a lot of cool builds in here. I hope people are saving their recordings and making them ready for when we do showcase the matches at a later date. That would be very, very cool.
It'd be so fun. I look forward to it. We're both gonna get stomped. I can feel it.
Well, I'm gonna get rocked. My build is so coin flippy. If I don't get hub batch early into the game, it just gets so difficult.
Do I glance at the bracket? I could. What does the bracket look like?
Careful not to stream it.
Yeah. It only showed it for half a second. It's fine.
You don't want any spoilers for the people before.
I did actually put the Cholongi in the description, so if you do want to follow along and you can't wait, you can look at it. The link for the builds is in the description, and there's also the leaderboard, which is basically it keeps track of player statistics, how they're doing, what Navis they played for each tournament, and those Navi statistics are handled separately, and the top Navis with high win rates are organized for people to be able to reflect on and review. But
I actually really like that we went through the builds, because until this, I did not realize that K3 could not use bug fix. And now that I know that, it's significantly less bad.
Yeah,
that build is a problem if they can use bug fix.
I'm more scared. I don't want to deal with Swift.
That's honestly very valid.
I don't want to deal with him.
They have an incredibly crazy build. Their build's so powerful.
God, whenever I play Swift, I have to meta game. I don't like it. It's why I stopped doing BN6 PvP.
Yeah, you need to lock in for that.
I do.
Very strategies.
But people are getting better at this game, and it's making me more happy than upset. People are looking for these synergies. They're getting better at their movements and timing. It's just so refreshing to see overall.
It is. But it is also making me have to work harder on my builds. I can't have my silly little strategies, which work 25% of the time, and then let player skill do the rest. It's
I can't let
it carry as much anymore.
I can't just play Vanguard and go grass, and they're like, oh, so I just set you on fire, right? And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to know that. I mean, it wasn't a secret, but
depends how effective. I mean, with how Navi synergies are, more folders are more shoehorned into just very little element variation. So it is very rare to see multiple elements in a folder unless people are really keeping it varied or working with the chips more than the Navi passives and stuff itself. Because looking at Shitan's build as well, they have loads of
sword
stuff.
chips.
They have loads of swords and not really much anything else. But that's because it synergizes with, well, I guess it doesn't really, because they don't really
they kind of failed. There's this cool grass sword chip called Giraffe in there that could have used.
That is true.
That could have had the elect coverage.
I do need to make an E-code build with that, because I think that would be insane with Element Man.
Did I actually put it in E-code?
Yes.
Why did I do that? I don't remember. There was a reason for it, I'm sure.
Probably called Element Man, just easy setup with it.
Yeah, that's true. Just good synergy, but yeah, a lot of really cool builds. That was all for today, but thank everyone that showed up, participated in the conversation. Thank you, LDR, for coming on talking, even though I wasted 30 minutes of our time a little bit, but
It's still good. It happens to the best of us.
But hope you all have a good day and a good night. Goodbye.